Hey everyone, it's Sarah and I'm back to film a plan with me. This is going to be for the week of my birthday, and I used this kit from 472 in Maine. It is a Ravenclaw themed kit, and I thought it was fitting because I didn't have 2 birthday kits this year. I just didn't find anything that it really spoke to me like I have in years past, and so I ended up having just a kit from my collection that I just really liked and thought represented me well to use in my memory spread. And I am a Ravenclaw, so I thought this was nice. Anyways, I am just kind of laying down the basis of my kit. The bottom washi on the left was just like a little bit short, and so I had to white it out, and it was just kind of awkward because of the coil being kind of almost under, or the paper being almost under the coil a little bit, because we have so few weeks in the front of the planner. But I got it all whited out, and then I'm moving on to my date covers. I ended up just using date dots that were in the kit, and 472 has a lot of foiled items in her shop, but her kits, or at least this is an old kit, isn't foiled, and I ended up not even pulling in any foil this week. I just kind of kept it simple. And then onto the sidebar, I ended up, well, first I put down these, they were almost like gem headers. It wasn't like a traditional glitter header, they were more like faceted, kind of like rock type headers. But then onto my sidebar, I ended up putting in one of the fashion girls from the kit. This one was the brunette, and I thought it looked most like me. And then later I realized that it had a quote box in the kit, and I should have probably put that over there, but I really liked the, wizard girl box. So it ended up being just fine. And then I ended up, you'll see like in the very end of my plan with me that like once everything is filled out, I ended up putting down 2 Monday through Sunday boxes. But then I ended up writing the wrong thing in the wrong place. So originally I had the this week box for putting in kind of like happy memories from the week or like a highlight of the day. And then I put down my dinners box beneath it. But then I ended up writing my dinners in the top box. So I ended up changing the header down below from dinner to littles, just because I thought, well, it's like the little things in my life that like made me happy each day. And you won't see that, like I said, until the very end. It was when I was filling everything out after I laid out the whole week that I messed it up. But it ended up being fine, and I thought worst comes to worst, I could have used more of the like gem type headers on the sidebar, and then they just wouldn't have had kind of a designation for what they were, which would have been fine as well, because it's pretty evident which one's the dinner box and which one's the happy memories box. And then at the bottom of the page, I ended up, there wasn't quite enough room to pull in the extra full box, because I did have an extra full box since I did pull in one of the girl boxes. And so I ended up instead just putting in some washi and just kind of layering it together to fill up that little bit of space, and I like how that all turned out. And then moving on to Monday, I started off by going to work, and I have this stethoscope sticker. It is from EBGB, and I use that to mark work all throughout this week. And then after that, or while I was at work, I had to pick up my ring because they have like a package pickup service at my work, and so I ended up just swinging over there to pick it up, and I had my ring resized, so finally had it back and back on my finger, which was great. And it seems like it's now obviously the right size, which is the whole intention of resizing it. And then I was kind of moving things around, but I ended up next putting in this munchkin sticker, and it is to mark down, it's just kind of like a happy munchkin. It wasn't anything really specific, but at work we have like, there's not just, dispensing prescriptions. There's also, kind of like follow-up programs to see how people are doing with their medications and things like that. And so we ended up being the top store, in our area. And I'm the one that is kind of the most active with this program. And so both my pharmacy manager and my store manager, both, told me good job. So I just was excited and I wanted to mark that in as well. And then we went to the gym after work, and this dumbbell sticker, I'm not sure what shop it's from. It's just from a leftover sheet, or in my leftover collection. I think I got it from a sampler. But I marked down that I went to the gym with my fiance. And then we did yoga afterwards, because I'm still doing my 30-day yoga challenge. And that yoga mat is from Little Spark Design. Then I watched Criminal Minds, and that's like my favorite show. I'm so sad it's going to be like its last season, that it's almost over. But that TV is from Paper Bow Prince from a long time ago. And then on to Tuesday, it was my birthday. So I marked down my birthday with a half box and then this Rory's Sweet Addictions banner sticker, I guess, just to mark down my birthday. And then in the morning, we had French toast. And then every year for my birthday, my mom, either if I'm in person or, on the phone, she always tells me my birthday story. So, I don't know. It's just kind of like who was there, how they picked out my name, all of that stuff. And it's just one of our little traditions that I love. My sister, on the other hand, is always like, I don't want to know, or I don't really care, but I love it. And then for yoga this day, I just used a shoe sticker from the kit. Then I took a bath later in the day, and so I used just this bathtub icon from the kit, and I just layered it over a piece of washi, and I thought it was pretty self-explanatory, so I didn't write in like that I took a bath. And then afterwards I used an appointment label, and I used this Maleficent sticker from Once More with Love to mark down that I did more Disney planning. I watched a ton of YouTube videos on like best restaurants and good food, so I could start trying to figure out where we wanted to eat. And then I finally booked my trip to Albuquerque. I'm going to a conference in just a couple of weeks, and now it's like, as I'm filming this voiceover, it's like next week. But I've been watching the ticket prices for a while, like hoping they'd go down, and they really didn't. So I'm just like, well, finally I'm just going to buy them, because if I don't buy them now, it's going to just go up. But that ticket sticker is from Paper Bow Prince. And then I played some Zelda, and that remote control or game control icon is from the Hummingbird Planner. And then we had dinner at one of our favorite restaurants, and so I used the steak sticker from Hazel Sticker. Pretty sure that's the shop name. So then I moved on to Wednesday. I had yoga again. I used another yoga mat from Paper Bow Prince. And then I marked down work. And then this was the day I had an MTM with a patient. So basically going through all of their medications and making sure everything's okay, closing out prescriptions that they're no longer on, making sure their allergies are updated and things like that. It's just kind of a more one-on-one personalized session, and so it was great. So I marked that down with a deco from the kit. The deco was quite large in this kit, which was kind of a bummer because I probably would have pulled in more items from it, but this pendant sticker ended up being fine to pull in, but there were other times that I wanted to pull in the deco that I couldn't. And then I made meatballs after work, and it was funny because my fiance, I had told him to buy like frozen hash browns, frozen potatoes O'Brien, and he ended up getting like these like totally wrong potatoes. And so he had to go back out and buy a different type of potato, or the type of potato I needed for my side dish. And so I had this like no munchkin. And then after I made dinner, I had book club with one of my best friends, and we had read Radium Girls. And so we were just kind of discussing the book now that we had both finished it. And she is in Las Vegas, and so we ended up just doing it over the phone. So then moving on to Thursday it was payday, and I just used that sticker from the kit. The shoe icon is also from the kit to mark yoga. And then I used this I like big books and I cannot lie sticker, and that one was from design Pandemonium, just to mark down that I read for a bit. And then I started from the bottom just to figure out spacing, or I moved to the bottom to figure out spacing. But then I marked down with a bow sticker from the kit that I was doing film editing and uploading a video. And then that was what I meant about the deco being large, is that I would have used like the bow paper clip or something like that, or the floral paper clip, but it was just too big to put in the area, so I just used the bow instead. And then my fiance had choir, and so he was gone that night, and so I just marked that down with a little thing. And then after work, I used a laptop sticker to mark down that I had to place a Shutterfly order. I finally created a Shutterfly account, and then when you create an account, they end up giving you all these free gifts if you within the first 30 days. Granted, they really make up for it in the shipping costs. Like when I added in all my free stuff, I ended up having like $50 in shipping costs. So I ended up adding some more stuff and using like a free shipping coupon and stuff like that. And it ended up still being like $50, but at least I got some more stuff with it too. And by that point I was like, I already committed to buying this stuff. Like, I'm just going to try to make it as worth my while as possible. But this was like the last day that I had to make it, so I had to do it after work. Otherwise I would have not been able to use the free items. So then on to Friday. It was a really snowy day, and so I used this munchkin from Once More with Love to mark that down. It's just kind of like bundled up with like a scarf and hat. I did yoga again with a paper bow prints yoga mat, and then I did some packing. That was a suitcase sticker from the Sticker Genie. And just kind of tidied up my house, since we were going away for the weekend. And then after work, I grabbed Culver's, and I used this burger sticker from Paper Bow Prints. And then I used this, I don't know what shop this is from. It's kind of like an iced coffee sticker, but I thought it would kind of also look like a chocolate milkshake, because my boyfriend, or my fiance, he ended up spilling his chocolate milkshake like all over the floor. And so we had to clean that up before we left. And then we ended up driving to Madison, even though it was snowing and the weather was like not so good. We ended up driving to see my sister anyways, and it took like 2 extra hours to get there. So it took like 5 or so hours to get there, and we were so tired when we got there. But that car sticker was from Paper Bow Prints as well. But we made it safely and everything. We just went really slow. So then on to Saturday, we slept in since we had had such a long night. And I just layered that over that floral deco, which I think was really cute. And then I used a half box to mark down that we were doing more Disney planning. And this Maui sticker is from Once More with Love. I have a ton of her Disney sheets, and I just love them. So then we also, like in our planning, discovered the YouTube channel All Ears, and Molly, one of their people on there, is just fantastic. She's so funny, and we love watching her videos. So we watched a ton of her videos this day while we were trying to plan and looking at schedules and calendars and things like that. Then I put down this family fun sticker. It's from Once More with Love from a Disney sheet, just to mark down that we just kind of had some family time. And then I did yoga, so I marked it down again with a shoe sticker from the kit. And then in the bottom section, or in the nighttime, the kids ended up they got cupcakes, and so we put candles in it, and they helped me blow out the candles and sing happy birthday to me and everything. So I used this cake sticker. I'm not sure where that's from. It was just a leftover, I think from a monthly kit. And then my fiance and I went to Samba, which is like this delicious Brazilian restaurant, Brazilian steakhouse, where they like bring you as much food as you want, and then you like turn your shaker to red, and then they don't bring you food. And so I used a steak sticker from the sticker party to mark that. And then my sister had these like creme brulee things from Costco, and so we made creme brulee when we got home, and I used this creme brulee sticker again from Hazel Sticker to mark that down. And it wasn't the best creme brulee ever, but for making it at home, I was like, oh, this is pretty good. And all we really did was like blowtorch the top. So then on to Sunday, we did yoga again. So I used another Little Spark design yoga mat. And then I read my book, and so I used this glasses sticker from Paper Bow Prints to mark that. And then for Christmas, my niece got a makeup kit, or a bunch of makeup, and so she wanted to do makeup with me, and I looked pretty interesting. And so I used this makeup brush from Nikki Plus 3 to mark that down. And then I was having a lot of trouble with spacing and trying to fit everything in that I wanted to. I wanted to use this road sticker, but it was just too large. And so I ended up kind of modifying what I was originally going to use and trying to like squish everything in so that it would all fit. But basically we did more Disney planning, and I used this, God, what is his name? It's the Rapunzel guy, Flynn Rider. And that's from Once More with Love, to mark down that we did some more Disney planning. And then we went out for lunch, and so I used this half box from the kit, and then a like a sandwich sticker from Happy Diet. I didn't have a sub sandwich like that, but I had the most amazing pulled pork sandwich. It had like apple butter on it, and then it had like apple slices. It was so good. It was delicious. So then we marked that, and then we ended up just driving home. So I ended up pulling in like a car icon from the kit, just to kind of like squeeze it in. And then I used this cutie sticker from the Littlest Planner, and she's like snuggled up with her guy, just to mark down that I finished my book, and we just kind of had like a snuggly night in. And then moving on, and then I guess that was the whole kit. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I will just see you in my next video. Bye now.